Good morning, everyone. By behalf of the Gandhi Memorial Foundation, I'm very delighted to welcome all of you here. We are very happy to have the Acting Consul General, Mr. Bhutia, along with other staff from the Consulate of Chicago. I welcome all of you here on this beautiful day as we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti. I now request a prayer by Mr. Acharya Rohit Joshi.
ओवानो भद्राः कृतवो जन्तु विश्वतो दब्धासो अपरितास उद्भिदः. I would like to chant one Priya Bhajan. Is sung by the Puja Mahatma Gandhi ji. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे. वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए. The essence of this song is सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सौवीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति.
Thank you so much for that auspicious prayer. We now ask Ms. Bharti Desai to perform the very famous bhajan for the Gandhi Jayanti. Thank you so much, Bharti ji. Now, thank you. Now we will welcome our President of Gandhi Memorial Foundation, Dr. Santosh Kumar ji, to give some welcome remarks.
I welcome you all on such an auspicious day of Gandhi's birthday, who is the father of the nation of India and who has really made us famous by a non-violence and a truthfulness. I think we cannot be more proud than anybody else except Gandhiji. So Gandhiji has really taught the world how you should live and how you coexist. And now it is more special because this planet has become one. Because the technology can reach from one region to another region. Similarly, the warhead can also reach in one place to another place in a seconds. So the whole world can be ruined if we don't understand the non-violence and truthfulness and don't learn the coexistence. See, we are in a very short time. Men does not forget that we are not here for forever. We are not here for living for ages and ages and ages. We are for a short while. We have to play our role. And that role we should take the teaching of the Gandhi and Nelson Mandela and King here. So we have to live with peacefully, coexist with the with the goodness and truthfulness and help to each other. Because we are all neighbors in the world now because of the technology. You enjoy the computers, you enjoy the network, but you forget that network can ruin us also if we don't act properly, nicely, with the teaching of the non-violence. This is very, very essential. So if you can take one thing, teach your children, teach your neighbor, be good for your neighbor, teach your children. You don't have to, but you teach also. You should not tolerate nonsense also from anybody. That is, we have to teach nowadays also. Okay, you are not allowed, do not allow them to disregard you, to do violence against you, but you should not do violence yourself. That's the only message I can give as a president of this organization, which is very prestigious to me, very, very precious to me, the Gandhiji. I live my life by his principles. Thank you so much for coming, all of you, all the people, and Mr. our Consul General.
We now ask our Acting Consul General to give us some remarks on this occasion.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. This year we are celebrating the 153rd birth anniversary of the father of our nation. I thank the Gandhi Memorial Foundation Chicago for giving us the opportunity to celebrate his legacy here. Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the Indian nation, apart from a great leader, was a deeply humane person and a strong proponent of peace and non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi was not just an individual, but a spirit, which not only influenced Indians, but also many others around the world. Leaders such as Martin Luther King and Dr. Nelson Mandela were deeply influenced by his philosophy. Even the United Nations has accepted the importance of his philosophy and has therefore declared his birthday, the 2nd of October, as the International Day of Non-Violence. His philosophy of ahimsa and satyagraha inspired millions across India during the freedom struggle, and India's independence was won through the unique path shown by him. His vision of a participatory democracy, overall development especially of rural areas, and building an equitable society has been guiding the nation. Mahatma Gandhi believed in the oneness of humanity. Gandhiji was an Indian, but he was not only for India. Gandhiji was born in India, but he does not belong to India alone. His name finds resonance across continents. Mahatma Gandhi was the most influential Indian of the 20th century. To this day, he remains the benchmark against which we test public men and women, political ideas and government policies, and the hopes and wishes of our country and our people and of our shared planet. He not only led us to freedom, but he also urged us, every man and every woman, every individual and every institution, to cherish and preserve freedom and to cherish and preserve the concept of universal peace, which is the need of the hour today. And ladies and gentlemen, on his birthday, let us strive to find the Gandhi in ourselves. And with this, I conclude my remark here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful words. We now welcome two young adults who will talk about Gandhiji. Please welcome Kaushik Gollamudi and Manikanta Gollamudi. Please come.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mani Gollamudi. I've been a Gandhi Youth Council member since 2021. I'm 15 years old and I'm a sophomore at Barrington High School. My interests and hobbies are playing soccer and track, hanging out with friends and family, and playing video games. I play Scholastic Bowl, which is a trivia game similar to Jeopardy! This spring, I'm planning on playing track. I was chosen to be the captain of the Barrington High School Scholastic Bowl team, and I also play chess. I memorized the Blvd Gita, which is a Hindu script consisting of 700 shlokas, and was able to participate in the largest simultaneous Hindu text rehearsal in Allen, Texas last month, which is a part of the Guinness Book of World Records. On Gandhi Jayanti Day last year, which is today, I spoke on one of Gandhiji's famous quotes, "Have faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the whole ocean does become dirty." Today I will speak on right over might. What is right and what is our right? Right I would like to talk about in two different contexts. One, right given by constitution or constitutional rights. And two, is it right or wrong to do it? I will be using the Salt March as my example. The Salt March, also known as the Dundee March, was an act of non-violence and civil disobedience, which is based on Gandhi's principles of non-violence, which he called satyagraha. In Sanskrit, the word satya means truth, and agraha means insistence. The march lasted 24 days, from March 12th, 1930 to April 6th. Gandhiji marched from Sabarmati Ashram with 78 people and marched all the way to Dundee, approximately 239 miles in 24 days. To put that into perspective, it's approximately the same amount of distance from Chicago to St. Louis. Gandhiji encouraged the whole country of India not to pay taxes. Britishers think it was their right to collect these taxes, but Gandhiji didn't think so. Because this salt was made in India, he thought Indians didn't need to pay these taxes. After making salt by evaporation at Dundee, Gandhi continued going south along the coast making salt. He arranged a satyagraha, which before he could start on the night of May 4th, 1930, Gandhiji was arrested. Gandhiji has influenced not only India, but has influenced many people across the world at different times, such as Martin Luther King Jr., who is famous for his I Have a Dream speech, helping get equal rights for black people in America. And Nelson Mandela, a freedom fighter who was famous for his speech, I Am Prepared to Die, in South Africa, who later served as president. One question I have for you all today is, how many people here have a phone that has like social media on it? Please raise your hand. Yeah, everyone here. If Gandhiji was here today, what could have he done with the social media, such as Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? With one tweet, or with one reel, or with one post, he might have influenced the whole world. Now, with the social media here today, we need to spread Gandhiji's message and his philosophy of peace and non-violence to the whole world. Thank you for this opportunity today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Kashik Galamudi. I am a current junior at Barrington High School. I'm 17 years old, and I participate in various extracurricular activities in the high school, including the Future Healthcare Professionals of America, the Healthcare Occupation Society of America, the chess club, the Scholastic Bowl team, which my brother just talked about, the National History B and Bowl team, in which we placed 4th place in nationals last year. I am one of the captains of the Barrington Scholastic Bowl team, and I also participate in Science Olympiad and am an active member of that community as well. Today, I would like to discuss the quote by Gandhiji about an eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. This quote dates back to the ancient Mesopotamians. In Babylon, there was a king named Hammurabi. His namesake law code was one of the first law codes for humanity, and the fundamental principle of Hammurabi's code was an eye for an eye. If you hurt somebody else, they had the right to take the same thing back from you. For example, if you were a builder and while you were working on somebody's house, their house collapsed and, say, their son died, they had the right to come to your house and kill your own child as well. Or if you stole somebody's animals, they had the right to come to your house and take your animals back. And while this may seem like a sound idea in principle, it's not really a great idea because of what Gandhiji believes. Gandhiji is more about non-violence and satyagraha, and being peaceful and achieving things through peace and non-violence. In contrast, the idea of an eye for an eye is all about violence. It's if somebody inflicts violence on you, you have the right to inflict violence back on them. And that is the exact opposite of what Gandhiji believes, which is why he says that an eye for an eye will make the whole world go blind. Because as you do that more and more people will be taking punishment on others, and all it does is cause everybody else to suffer. Which just means that in the long term, humanity is the one that is losing because of this principle of an eye for an eye. This is why Gandhiji said that an eye for an eye would make the whole world go blind, because if the humans kept doing that, then everybody would suffer and humanity would eventually collapse because of all the negative consequences associated with repeating their actions towards each other, and only the negative ones instead of the positive ones. Due to the fact that we live in a current world where information is so widely available and so easy to spread, it is important to learn about the history of various quotations such as this, and understand why they were important in the past and why they may not be suitable for our current world, as we have more capability to reach people than ever was possible in the past. For example, the Mesopotamians would not have been able to reach the millions of people that an influencer might be able to reach today. Whereas today, we can easily reach that many people if you successfully contribute a campaign online. Due to this, it is important to discuss Gandhiji and his peaceful message online and spread it to numerous people around the world. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Last, we have 11-year-old boy, Abhay Agarwal, who will also say a few words about Gandhiji.
Good morning, my name is Abhay Agarwal and I'm 11 years old. Today is a happy day for all humanity because today Gandhiji was born. Today is the birthday of Mahatma Gandhi, also known as Bapu in India. He was a great leader. His idea and belief of non-violence can be used today because of the violence that is happening in Russia, Ukraine, and Israel. And according to what I've researched and what they told me in school, they told me that two great freedom fighters were inspired by him, also whose name were Nelson Mandela and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Today is also a birthday of another Indian freedom fighter, Lal Bahadur Shastri. He was the second Prime Minister of India. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Yes.
Thank you so much. Now I will welcome Suresh Bodiwala ji to give the thank you address.
Before I start talking about our board and everything else, I would like to say something about Gandhiji. Very important things. I like what he says. I can give my health, I can give my wealth, I can give whatever I have, everything. But if I don't have a love for my country, everything is useless. जो भी मेरे पास जो भी है, मेरी health, मेरी wealth, मेरे पास every single thing I can give it to the country. But if I don't have a love for the country, everything is totally useless. Now I would like to start to say thanks to Mr. Bhutia and for coming over here today, and also at the Ranjit Singh and the entire staff of Consulate General of Chicago. The most important thing, without Santosh ji, we could not do this event. Please give a round of, everybody should clap and everybody should give a round of clap for her. She is the one, she's the backbones. One of my best friend, Dr. Modi, whatever happened in his life is totally different, but he's the one. Over 2001, they start to do something for Gandhiji. He went at least 4 to 5 times, lot of hard work. The first time we bring the statue, we have some problems. The statue didn't survive. It was cracked, and they have to start all over again. So he worked tremendously, financially, and everything. Truly, if we speak, he has a lot of love for Gandhi. And thank you very much.